Tomorrow, David Buick is markets commentator of Aquis Exchange. Thanks for that. Let's come away from the finance side and indeed the refugees. We shall return to that story, but to what I've mentioned already, is this the time possibly to look at the idea of dropping the Trident missile programme? One prominent politician thinks it is. I speak of Ian Blackford, who of course is the Westminster leader of the SNP. He says that this now is a threat to presents a threat to the world from nuclear weapons. He gave an interview with the Press Association news agency. He was asked whether Russia's invasion of Ukraine had changed his party's position. He said that it had not. Well, one supporter, I understand, of this is Colin Fox. Mr. Fox, the leader of the Scottish Socialist Party, has a long time been campaigning against Trident. Many people would say, Mr. Fox, this is a time that shows the importance for such weaponry. Why would they be wrong? Good morning.
Well, good morning, and how nice it is to be in LBC from Edinburgh. I've heard so much about your programme. I mean, I think the
good to have you on, sir. Thank you.
point for Ian Blackford and many of us is that, first of all, we've no hesitation in condemning Vladimir Putin and Russia's invasion of Ukraine as an unwarranted and illegal act of aggression. I think most people in your programme and others have heard have no hesitation in condemning it. It seems to us catastrophic decision, criminal and counterproductive. From his point of view, the actions in Ukraine, he's become an international pariah.
Indeed.
And you'd have thought that Putin would have learned the lesson of Britain and America's invasion of Iraq and Afghanistan before carrying down the road that he's on. So I fear that Putin is going to end up as an international pariah alongside people like Assad and Pol Pot and Hitler and Stalin and others. So,
but prior to that, he does have nuclear weaponry, and I understand you support Mr. Blackford when saying that Britain should look now to scrap the Trident programme. Why would it be the time to do that now with such a, as you rightly point out, such a potential world dictator on the scene?
Well, it's right to point it out because these weapons are useless. That's why. They're immoral, they're illegal, and they're useless. It's all very well Putin saying he's putting his nuclear weapons on high alert. It begs the question, surely these kind of weapons are always on high alert? So that's an idiotic claim from Putin, one of many. But I think from his point of view and from the rest of us, these missiles are unusable. Remember, they've only ever been used, nuclear weapons, twice in world history, on the people of Japan, in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And
yeah, but hold on. I don't know. You probably have insurance on your car or your house. Just because you don't use it, doesn't mean you won't keep it in case the roof blows off. I don't know that that's it. It is an insurance policy, Mr. Fox.
Indeed it is, but that insurance policy is also legal, whereas nuclear weapons are illegal, aren't they, under international law? They're illegal because they're completely indiscriminate.
Well, how would you
competents and non-competents alike?
How would you, lastly then, Mr. Fox, how would you stand toe-to-toe with someone as deranged as Vladimir Putin?
Well, the danger is that the threat of using nuclear weapons puts you alongside the Vladimir Putin. You become an international pariah. Putin's an international pariah today.
Well, that doesn't stop. That's not helping. But that's not helping the good folk of Ukraine who are being bombed out of their homes, Mr. Fox.
Well, the good people of Ukraine, we support them. Solidarity shown throughout the world. What we have to do is recognise this war will finish with a political settlement. That's what we need in Ukraine, as indeed with most wars, they end with a political settlement. But why would you say, they're not going to be solved by a nuclear weapon.
But if you'll allow, lastly, that the world has probably become a more dangerous place, why would you seek to strip the United Kingdom of this level of protection?
Because Britain's ownership of nuclear weapons makes the world a more dangerous place also. There are only 9 countries in the world with nuclear weapons. And only 9. We're one of the international band of pariahs. 9 countries threatening the rest of the world with nuclear annihilation. That's why Scotland doesn't want to be part of it.
Colin Fox, thank you. You're the leader of the Scottish Socialist Party. You've been a long-time campaigner against Trident. I'm grateful for your input. I just think, I doubt there could be a worse time to do that, but thank you for that. We'll pick up on our refugee conversation even after this. 8:46 LBC News headlines, Simon Conway.